Hello everybody, welcome back to the James Lawrence Allcott channel. I pitched this set. This is your set, isn't it?
You picked my set, my thumbnails,
Mate, no, I can't find that. I mean, we're all pinching screenshots. That's why I came on the kickoff today, just to get the screenshots in. Leeds United, Man United, we just watched it on the kickoff. That was a good show, actually. It was good fun.
Really good fun. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
We were digging into Arsenal actually for quite a bit, but actually, obviously, the game that this is titled around will be Leeds versus Man United. And actually, my prediction before it was so wrong.
I was right. I mean, I was right in terms of team. I said 3-0. 3-0 United. Nobody could have gotten for 6. Nobody saw that coming.
No one's calling that. Although Elliot Hackney, you guys probably know, was saying that there is he waved to the camera. Not pointing at. He said that someone put Elliot. What was the bet?
Someone put £2.
Hang on.
Someone put £2 on a double. Liverpool 7-0.
So you had
And Manchester United to win 6-2 for 40 grand. They cashed out at 4-1 for 2 grand.
ouch.
They cashed out.
Makola, mate.
Merry Christmas, James.
Merry Christmas, mate. It's
And
good to
to
see
you.
you, pal.
Put these at home. The
Any
Indians will
anything?
understand that.
Yeah. I've got loads of Indian fans. So that's going really well. Tell me about Man United briefly. 21.
What I would say is 21 is coming. Martial's only scored 1 this season, but he will be top goal scorer.
Every till then.
And Ollie's at the wheel.
Ollie, he's still at the
Subscribe
wheel.
to James's channel. Subscribe to Rory's in a bit.
See, mate. I'll definitely put your
like that.
channel in the description.
Do you know how? Do you know how to do it?
Copy and paste it there.
Okay, well, if you know.
Do you know what? I did want to actually talk about that. Right at the end of it, we're talking about Man United winning the league, if there's any chance of them winning the league. And I kind of, it was one of those moments where it didn't get to me. I didn't say anything. I've got to say, I think Man United are miles off winning the league. I'll tell you why. First of all, this Leeds game, I don't give any huge credit in a game like this because it was literally a basketball game. That game is always an anomaly. But the Sheffield United game, which we didn't really talk about, I don't know, did you see that?
Yes.
The Sheffield United game, I think Man United were pretty lucky in that game. The reason I say that is because obviously they conceded that early goal to Sheffield United. Then Sander Berge, who's the midfielder for Sheffield United, in a team that's struggling, they got 1 point. He got injured. He was the guy who was sitting on Paul Pogba. He got taken off and they put Chris Basham in midfield. He's like a 6'4" centre back. And so actually the other thing with that Sheffield United game is they play with a high line and Pogba just went boom.
There is a reason though, Jay. There is a reason why Manchester United could win it. And it is on the proviso that Liverpool don't. And if Liverpool don't, because everybody's operating on the same thing, like Liverpool have to not win the league for anybody else to have a chance because it's theirs to lose effectively because they are the best team in the league. So if Liverpool don't, for one reason or another, Manchester United are at least as well placed as everyone else to win it.
Yes,
So if Liverpool aren't going to win it, Manchester United are arguably favourites to win it.
So if Man United don't win it, who wins it? Sorry. If Liverpool don't win it, who wins it? Like out of that staple of teams that we're talking about.
My guess will be if Liverpool don't.
Because I was
So effectively, who's going to finish? I suppose City. But you could easily make a case that Manchester United are in the conversation of City. You could make the case about Tottenham. You could make the case about Chelsea. Slightly weaker case, but you could make the case. So arguably, if Liverpool don't, Manchester United need to be on. Their name needs to be in this conversation.
Because points wise, get it. Obviously, they're right up there now. They've got a game in hand. Performance wise, I think there's Liverpool. Then I think there's Man City because of the riches and the last few seasons and the general domination of games, but not scoring the goals. Maybe it needs to go up a notch, but you can see that it's there. Kind of the same with Chelsea in terms of the riches of players that you have in that squad.
Yeah.
And then Spurs for the efficiency, I put them in there. I still put Man United a rung below that.
No, we're going to have to passionately disagree on you put. You can't. I can't have you. I can't allow this to continue. I'm going to have to throw a wobble. Yeah. I'm going to go mad. You can't put Manchester United below Tottenham in the running for who could win the league. It is impossible. It is impossible. No, mate. If Manchester United could win the league, it's a possibility. Tottenham cannot win the league.
Your basis of reasoning for all of that is never the performance. It's Spurs being Spurs, isn't it?
Yeah,
it always comes back to that for you.
Which is proving true, though.
Yeah.
So I've said Tottenham will always be Tottenham until they prove they're not Tottenham. And in this last 7 days, they've taken what have they taken? 1 point.
Yeah.
1 point out of 9. Tottenham are being Tottenham.
I get it, and I still think we're all waiting for Liverpool to drop down. I just still think the last two performances, getting excited about Sheffield United when they had a player, they were 1-0 up and another player got taken off, and tactically I think they got it completely wrong. They set up this line that just allowed you to play in behind, and then this game, which is just madness. And McTominay and Fred, we saw it, didn't we? The midfield of this game, they beat that. They were able to beat that press, so credit for that. But
Picking
then after that, they're
results
just driving
needs to be
through.
respected, though, James. And I know that you know
Same
that.
goes for Spurs, then, doesn't it?
They've picked up 1 point out of 9, though. Manchester United are consistently...
Yeah, but you keep saying it's 1 point out of 9. There's obviously points before that, and they got loads.
No, but we've seen so many glimpses of
They got 1
Tottenham
point
being
from Chelsea.
Yeah, no, but we don't need to make it about Chelsea. Like we can talk about Chelsea's title credentials, but we don't have to make the Tottenham challenge about.
So, are you not putting
supporting
Chelsea in that 3 then?
Chelsea have more chance of winning the league than Tottenham, definitely. Chelsea are a team that win the league.
Yeah, but that
Tottenham
goes against
haven't won the
this
league for 60
tiny
years.
little window that you're using of the 1 point in 9.
No, it doesn't, because we can talk about them. They've dropped points to Newcastle United this year. They've dropped points from 3-0 up to West Ham. I've seen enough in this Tottenham team this season to call them Tottenham. Proper Tottenham.
Call them old school Tottenham. Okay, fair enough. Let's get into this game, because the other thing that we were talking about was Leeds. You don't really rate Leeds.
No.
I quite like them. Or
Liking them
I like what they're about.
rating them.
Okay.
Do you rate them?
I've been disappointed in the games where they're not playing Chelsea, they're not playing Man United. They have really impressed me. The games against those two, Chelsea, it felt like they ran out of steam, massively.
They were terrible. I was at that game. I was fortunate enough to go to the game.
Defended well as well.
At Stamford Bridge, they were terrible. They were terrible. Chelsea didn't play well.
They took the lead in that one, though.
They took the lead because of a goalkeeper issue. The keeper came out when he shouldn't have done. Kurt Zouma thought the keeper was on his line. Bamford nipped in, scored brilliant. 1-0 up after 2 minutes. That's the end of their story. It's the end of the night. Leeds, I don't rate. I think Leeds could go down. I think they could go down this season. Genuinely. I mean, people don't seem to see it, but what's your mum's?
I don't know.
I'm trying to read your mum's
Hi,
text.
darling.
Hi, darling.
Sensitive,
Sensitive, loving boy.
She's very tactile.
Wow. Is that how she starts every text message?
Sometimes, yeah.
Hi, my lovely, sensitive boy. Seriously?
No,
mental.
not every single one like that.
So is that just...
I basically... Do you know what I
That's
said?
weird, right?
Look, I'll tell you the truth. I messaged her saying, is there some way that
Did you message saying, hi, my lovely, wonderful mother?
No, it was about Christmas Day. And I went, maybe... I was like, we've been chatting, maybe there's a way around this. And she's now gone,
my
I've let
lovely,
it go.
sensitive boy.
I've let it go.
Wow.
So basically
I wish
she's telling
somebody
me,
would talk to me like that.
I know. Well, my lovely sensitive boy.
Thank
Let's
you.
talk about... Yeah, I think with Leeds, the thing is, and it's a bit like Arsenal, is Arsenal had a way of playing and everyone's like, oh, wow. Oh, they're really good. Arteta's really good, blah, blah, blah. I think with Bielsa and Leeds, I think what will see them through is the fact that it's a bit... The speed at which they play... I think often it's like either you can handle it, either you're good enough to get around it, or you're not. Whereas with Arsenal, it's like it's this way that we go around to score goals. So I think they'll be okay. But there is a problem there that if everyone, because they only have one style of play, if they do keep getting figured out, then they are in trouble, aren't they? Because they do concede goals.
I know you love a stat as well. Are you aware of Bielsa's virtually every single job he's ever had? Are you aware of the drop off?
What, third season?
No. In the season. The amount of points that he manages to accrue over the course of the season, he'll get 3/4 of those points in the first half of the season.
Right.
So when he was Marseille manager, they were running away with the title. They didn't win the title. When he was at Bilbao, the amount of points that they accrued pre-January.
Leeds had that struggle 2 seasons ago as well.
Leeds had that struggle 2 seasons ago. So ultimately, the amount of points that they have now, if history teaches us anything, I believe it often does, if Bielsa's modus operandi comes true, the amount of points they have now, they will only increase that by about 1/4 of what they currently have. I think relegation.
Yeah, I get the idea around that. I think the thing that saves them with that is if you look at the Championship last year, that's 46 games, it's not 38 games, so they've probably got a bit more space in that, so they should be able to deal with the high amount of games. I guess it depends how well they do in these cup competitions as well. I think generally they'll be okay, and actually at the end of the season, Leeds fans will look back and they might even be 2 points lower down than Newcastle, but Newcastle have had the most boring season of their lives, and Leeds would go, no, that was fun. Do you remember we beat Wolves 4-0? Do you know what I mean?
If they stay in the league,
okay.
Excitement counts. If they don't stay in the league, nobody cares about excitement. You've been relegated.
Yeah.
Norwich had a ride. Norwich had a great ride. Nobody cares.
And we never saw them again. Yeah, maybe. I generally think do you think they'll be alright then?
I think they'll probably be all right, but I wouldn't be surprised if they end up in a real battle alongside Arsenal.
I think with everyone, and obviously on Rory's channel you hear him talking about loads of different things, so make sure you go check him out. But with this moment in the season, for a lot of teams with a lot of issues, there's this sort of like spin or stick kind of situation where do you stick with it with Arteta or with, you've seen it with Bilic and Allardyce getting chucked out, and then with Leeds with this whole philosophy. I think they're too deep in to ever change it.
They can't change their manager in mid-season.
Well, but they can't change the manager, but they can't change the style of play either.
No, they are a Bielsa team this season.
Yeah.
Nobody, they're drilled that way. They're fit to do that job. They couldn't. It would be a disaster for them to bring in a new manager who's asking them to train in a different way or whatever. They're totally primed for Bielsa, and it should see them safe. But I think that the future could be tricky for Leeds.
Okay. Right, guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. Rory's just done a video with Adam McCullough, so go check that out as well. I think I'm nearly at 60k, and I think you're nearly at 60k as well. So subscribe to us both.
Yeah, thank you. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to go reply to my mother.
Thank you, mate.
See you later.